How to start getting into private lending? What do you recommend in regards to finding individuals that are looking into private loans? I think that's a really good question. And I think anybody that wants to be a lender that has autonomy with their money can do so. I think what I would look at is I would get really clear on promissory notes and how to secure those promissory notes with mortgages, how to record those appropriately. I would say that would take probably a day to 2 days to really nail down and get comfortable with. And then to your point, I would say that the individual is the most difficult part at that point. If you are lending in a manner that's pretty aggressive, where you make sure that you're over collateralized, right? So you make sure that if you're going to lend 100 grand, you want to have that money be secured by 125, 150, $200,000 worth of property, then the individual might matter a little bit less, because in the event that he defaults, you still get an asset that's worth more than your principal loan. So, and if you analyze your properties very aggressively like that, then it makes sense to not emphasize the individual as much. However, if you have thinner margins on your loan to values, then the individual matters more. If you want to, get passive income from interest income based on the promissory note and mortgage, more than you want to spend time analyzing deals, then yeah, private lending and the individual matter most. To all of our private lenders that we have met, a lot of them have been friends, family members, people that we met that we have strong relationships with. And we kind of showed them the ropes of, and kind of, sort of taught them on how to be, private lenders, what promissory notes are, these mortgages, and then the title companies really, really work it out well, and making sure that everything is done appropriately. We've spoken with a lot of different people's attorneys, making sure that the promissory note hits their legal counsel's requirements as well. So I would say if you have an understanding of lending based on promissory notes, first position mortgages, if you have a understanding of how to analyze, how to calculate the after repair values of properties, how to calculate comp reports to figure out how much that asset is worth, and then if you have the ability to go out and network with people that are of very high ethical standing and always are interested in doing the right thing, then I think you have a lot of really good people that you can lend to, create that passive income for yourself, and in turn help the people that are borrowing the money amass a decent amount of wealth as well. I think private lending is probably one of those things that everybody should get back to doing. I would say that one of the things that I'm most frustrated with from a national financial thing is that so many people entrust their life savings to Wall Street via 401ks and these financial instruments that the employers just kind of put in front of people, right? If you take even the smallest amount of personal ownership over your financial situation, you would be able to increase your financial position and potentially retire significantly sooner by incorporating private lending into your, portfolio of investments, or, just taking positive ownership of that as well, rather than riding the waves of the ups and downs of the stock market. If you, did a decent amount of trial and error and some personal ownership and going down this line of questioning that you just had, I think it's a fantastic thing. I think it's life-changing for a significant number of people very quickly. I think the number of people that have $250,000 in an account somewhere that have the ability to happily live off $30,000 to $40,000 a year, they could immediately lend that $250,000 for 10 to 12%, and now get 25 to 30 grand a year. That's interest. Their lump sum is staying there. They're not sacrificing or losing that. They're getting that interest income. And, that immediately unhinges them from needing to work or looking at their 250,000 saying, man, if I consume $25,000 a year, I only got 10 years of funds set away, right? I would disagree with I don't know. I think at some point there was a sharp decline in the financial education or the financial responsibility that a lot of people took. I think for those years where working for a large company for 30 years, trusting in their pension, I think that wrecked a lot of pretty basic long-term financial planning. Thanks for watching that clip. I thought that was a good question. And I think you can ask good questions too. Join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream Q&A where we answer plenty of questions just like this one. In the meantime, consider subscribing to the channel if you want more of this content. And if you want to increase your deal flow, analyze properties better, and help me feed my family, click the link below for a free 7-day trial of PropStream.